What's going on, Fins fans and NFL fans around the world? It is mock draft season. It is draft season. We are about 17 days away from the NFL draft, and I can't tell you how much I'm excited. Like, this is my favorite time of the year, mock drafts, making videos on mock drafts, and I'm back to doing this. Kind of been dealing with sickness. Also been working a ton on weekends, so haven't had time for a bunch of videos, but we're getting back to it here, starting with our first mock draft of the season. If you guys want more of these, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and tell me in the comments, if you want 1 round mock drafts, 2 round mock drafts. If you want 7 round Miami Dolphins or any other team mock drafts, I am totally down to do that for y'all. But let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time with the number 1 pick, or the first 9 picks. I believe I did this. But here you go, man. We're going Trevor Lawrence, number 1. Everyone knows this is happening. This is set. Stone cold. It is happening. It is. I can't tell you anything else, but this is happening. They can't go anywhere else in this draft. Urban Meyer has to make this pick, or else if the guy that he picks isn't a Pro Bowler, then the fans are going to destroy him, and he'll be out of there within a year. So he has to go Trevor Lawrence. Urban Meyer's basically said, I think you can see that's the direction we're going. So he's kind of already putting it out there. This is what's going to happen. They're going to be drafting him, and he's going to be the next quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Next, you got the New York Jets, after recently trading away thought to be franchise quarterback, but not anymore. May go on to be the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers in Sam Darnold. They got a good couple of picks for him. I believe a 2nd, 5th rounder, like a 6th rounder or something. But next year's picks more like it. And they're going to go with their new franchise quarterback, which could be 1B of the quarterbacks in this year's draft, in quarterback Zach Wilson from BYU. Like I said, he could be right up there with Trevor Lawrence. The only questions on him is the competition he played, but you can see when he played UCF in the bowl game, he absolutely torched that defense. The UCF's defense hasn't been really known for that being good. Their defense hasn't ever been good. It's always been the offense. And also, they also lost to Coastal Carolina. It was a bad game for him, and when you do really bad against Coastal Carolina, that's kind of scary for scouts. At the same time, when he proved himself at his pro day, when he looked amazing, I think that's when he said, okay, he's going too. So especially when the Eagles, they had their trade back. We never discussed this yet on the channel, but I'm sure everyone knows, the whole trade situation going out with the 49ers, going into the next pick, Zach Wilson. Only reason Eagles were going to trade back is because they knew they were going to be too far away. Zach Wilson was going to be a New York Jet in the end. The 49ers, with a 3rd overall pick acquired from the Miami Dolphins, had to give up multiple first-round picks to get up here. You're not getting up here for a tackle or a wide receiver. No, you are going Mac Jones out of Alabama. I think this pick is absolutely ridiculous. They should not do this, but I feel like it's what's going to happen. I think it's destined to happen now. Mac Jones is going to go there, learn under Jimmy Garoppolo. Unless they just trade Jimmy Garoppolo away for the right price. You could see him going back to New England. Lord help us all if he goes back to New England, because I know Jimmy Garoppolo will go back there and pick up right where he left off with that team. Now, I'm going to have the first trade of this mock draft, and that is going to be the Denver Broncos moving all the way up with the Panthers. Moving all the way up, the Broncos will send the 9th overall pick, the 40th overall pick, and a 2nd rounder in 2022 to receive that 4th overall pick. And with the 4th overall pick, they select quarterback Justin Fields out of Ohio State. Now, this is a guy where you could say he could have gone to the 49ers. He could have been perfect for that Kyle Shanahan offense. But I think now that he slipped, Denver would want to move up and get their quarterback. Drew Lock, I believed in him way too much last year. Of course, he beat the Dolphins, but that was a bad game. But him going here, Denver's gonna move up, get their next franchise quarterback. Probably look to ship Drew Lock out. Probably almost like a Josh Rosen situation. Just not as good. He was a second-round pick. He's already had 2 years under his belt. But like I said, Drew Lock, kind of Josh Rosen situation. He's going to go somewhere else. Maybe someone gives a second-rounder or a third-rounder to acquire him, like a late-round guy or a late-round pick. And, they can get something for him. And then they can bring in a veteran quarterback. But number 5... today, the Bengals pick up Thaddeus Moss. So you could see, I think LSU's trying to build back up this this offense right where he left off at LSU. Get Thaddeus Moss, and now get your number 1 new target, Jamar Chase from the LSU Tigers. That he has missed 2020 season after a huge 2019 season. Over 1,500 yards, looking absolutely amazing with Joe Burrow. And now you don't have to worry, was it Joe Burrow or Jamar Chase? Because now you got both of them. And now the offense is going to be lighting up. But at the same time, you have to build that offensive line. So whatever picks they have left, they need to really look forward to either trading for a piece, like Orlando Brown, to play left tackle for you. But we got to see with Jonah Williams also. They also have Riley Reif. You've really got to see with that pick there, but them getting maybe the number 1 wide receiver in this draft class. I don't really think he's the number 1 in the draft class, but people have their opinions. But number 6, the Miami Dolphins moved back up with the Eagles from 12 to 6, sending a first rounder next year. Now this trade actually did happen in real life. They obviously moved back up for somebody they really want and could be a generational talent, and I think that guy is Kyle Pitts, the tight end out of Florida. Now you might say, whoa, they got Mike Gesicki. Why would they go get a tight end? He's not really a tight end. He's a tight end. He's probably going to line up there a bunch. At the same time, he's a wide receiver that has the build of a tight end and can block. He's generational. This guy's going to be a Hall of Famer. And him ending up in Miami, unless say Mike Gesicki doesn't work out this year, we don't want to pay him, he wants to leave, then you got your new starting tight end. Generational talent, Hall of Famer. It's going to be nuts. Now right here, there's going to be a little bit of a shock with the next pick. The Detroit Lions are going to select wide receiver Jalen Waddle out of Alabama. This is my number 1 guy on the board at wide receiver. He would have had a better season than Devontae Smith had if he would have just stayed healthy with that ankle. Ankle injuries can be problems sometimes, but I most certainly think he can get over this at the next level and get some therapy for it, and he's going to go off for Detroit, and Jared Goff has a new weapon there. Now, Sam Darnold goes to Cincinnati. Sam Darnold goes to Carolina. Teddy Bridgewater's there, but I'm looking Teddy Bridgewater's going to be moved before draft night, or probably on draft night, for probably like a second or third round pick. They're definitely not getting a first rounder for Teddy Bridgewater. But now you got someone to protect Sam Darnold in maybe one of the best players in this draft, probably top 3 in this draft class. Penny Sewell, the offensive tackle, 6'6", 330-pound beast out of Oregon. Man's an absolute unit when you talk about an offensive lineman there. And then at number 9, the Falcons fall, but they make their defense better for it. They pick up picks, and they also get Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons has off-field injuries or off-field issues, which could affect him going to Atlanta. You never know what happens there, but I think he can be a really good part of this future of the defense there and what they're trying to build. Obviously, you need to start looking. Matt Ryan probably only has 2 years left. You got to start looking for that next quarterback. But for right now, I don't think that's what they're really looking for. So, with the 10th pick, if I'm getting that correct, I'm not getting that correct. With the 10th pick, the Dallas Cowboys select Patrick Surtain, the second son of legendary cornerback for the Miami Dolphins. You know, this guy has been mocked to the Cowboys so many times that probably Cowboys fans are starting to be like, can we just have like a different pick for once? You know, we're starting to get bored. But he's your perfect option. He's probably going to go here. I don't see why they wouldn't take him. Their defense has been terrible. They lost Byron Jones when he left for Miami. So you can plug him right in. And you know, your defense gets better. Don't trade up for Kyle Pitts. Don't do that. Do not move up for an extra offensive weapon. You don't need it. Make your defense better so you can start building for a Super Bowl run. You know, you're not going to win a Super Bowl with just your offense. I think it's been shown plenty of times. Here. So next, the Giants. Some people are questioning this move, but I think this would be pretty good for them, getting Rashawn Slater at 11. You could say in this draft class, offensive tackles, there's 1A and 1B. Slater's probably my 1B there, but he can play every single position on the O-line. You know, probably except center, but probably can play center. This guy's going to be all over the offensive line. He could be on the other side of the offensive line of Andrew Thomas, who plays left tackle now, so he can play right tackle. I really like this move for them here. You know, that's what I'm mocking here. And then the Eagles, they trade back just to get the guy they probably would have been able to take, Devontae Smith, and pick up an extra first rounder from the Miami Dolphins. They get Devontae Smith. Once again, you got 3 top receivers in this draft, and they can all give you the same amount of production. Believe in all of them. Jamar Chase is a little questionable for me, but, you know, I still like him. Devontae Smith goes here to the Eagles, helps out Jalen Hurts. Obviously, them showing that they wanted to trade up for a quarterback means you don't completely believe in Jalen Hurts. But this is Jalen Hurts' year, unless they go with Joe Flacco. Don't see that coming. So, going on to the next, the Los Angeles Chargers select Christian Darasaw, offensive tackle out of Virginia Tech. Best offensive tackle on the board here for Justin Herbert to get some protection there, just to help him out a bit. You know, you got to protect your franchise quarterback. That's the franchise quarterback there now. I've kind of been wrong about Justin Herbert. I didn't think he was going to be good last year, but you know, he's going to have a new offensive playbook. He's going to get a new coach. He has a new head coach. It's going to be totally different for him this year. And now with the next pick, we have another trade. The Washington football team is sending the 19th and 51 overall selection for the 14th overall pick to select quarterback Trey Lance out of North Dakota State. You know, I was starting to see in my mock, I was like, hold on, Trey Lance is still here. You know, and the Patriots are about to pick. This is the time for Washington to make a move to trade up. You're going to have a lot of money put into that quarterback room now. You have a $10 million quarterback, like a $7 million quarterback, and Taylor Heineke and Ryan Fitzpatrick. Now you're going to have a first-round quarterback, that 14th overall quarterback money, and Trey Lance, which, you know, you're going to get the best quarterback out of the competition there, and Ryan Fitzpatrick can train Trey Lance, and that guy could be really good for them for years to come. He's either going to be a boom or bust for me. He's not going to be in the middle of the pack, I don't think. He can't be mediocre, or else I think he's really going to be a bust. But I see some really good potential in Trey Lance. And here, the Patriots missing out on a quarterback. They wait. They couldn't put a trade off. They're going to go with the best corner in the class for me, in J.C. Horn, cornerback out of South Carolina. This guy is an absolute beast. If he was there at 18 for Miami, I would think they think twice about, you know, maybe moving off X and then getting an extra first-round pick or 2 from somebody. That would be pretty crazy. But J.C. Horn is definitely a great guy there. If they don't want to move off Stephon Gilmore just yet, have him under him. And then you got J.C. Jackson too, or J.C. Jackson. So you can definitely trade away Gilmore and have J.C. Horn and J.C. Jackson there. And you got 2 really good corners there. And now 16th overall, Christian Barmore. Add him onto there. The Cardinals were actually having a visit with James Conner today. So they're trying to build up that team. They're trying to go on a Super Bowl run. You know, no wonder why J.J. Watt was like, dang, maybe I should go here. And I'm going to do the most Raiders pick on here. They're going to reach for a tackle, Walker Little out of Stanford. Like, tell me this wouldn't be the Raiders' pick. Reaching for a tackle after losing so many offensive linemen, not really getting much out of it, and they're gonna reach for the best tackle that's available. You know, they're just gonna pick it. They're not even gonna try to trade around or nothing. So with the 18th overall pick, I had the Miami, or switches there. The Miami Dolphins select Azeez Ojulari. Azeez Ojulari. That's impossible to say for me. I'm sorry, but Azeez. You know, if he comes to the Miami Dolphins, I'm definitely going to have to learn his name. It's just like Noah Monogany last year. I didn't know his name when I mocked him to the Kansas City Chiefs. And then he became a Miami Dolphin, so I had to learn his name. This is the best defensive end on the board for me. I don't see someone like Kwity Paye, anyone else on the board, like Gregory Rousseau, Jalen Phillips. I don't think we go here at this point. Last year he had 9 sacks. And then the year prior, he had 5 sacks. So I think this is the best guy you could pick up here. You get another defensive end opposite of Agba. You get a growing guy there. And, you know, you don't have to go after some free agent target next year or still in the season or have to trade for one. And you just pick him at 18th overall. It's I know some people want here Najee Harris, but I think you can place anyone in the running back system, and it's way better to get a defensive end locked up at least for 5 years. So that's going to be the pick. And here, the Minnesota Vikings getting that pick from the Washington football team, selecting safety Trevor Lawrence out of TCU. Now, this is going to be a big help to their defense. They really need help there. They also need offensive tackle, but at the same time, I don't see an offensive tackle on the board that they would really consider selecting. So I really don't see that happening here. So Trevor Lawrence is going to be the pick for TCU. I'm going to try to speed it up through these last 12 picks. Rashad Bateman goes to the Chicago Bears here. They need a wide receiver. Allen Robinson seems like he kind of wants out of town. He's still signed the franchise tag, but you're going to get another guy in there. It's just Chicago needs weapons for Andy Dalton. If they're going to roll with Andy Dalton, get him some weapons, and he can make you guys a wild card team. Now the Colts are going to select Elijah Moore, wide receiver out of Ole Miss. Another wide receiver, another threat for Carson Wentz to throw to. Downfield guy, really fast. I really like this guy coming out. So you get another guy for Carson Wentz to be able to, murder some people downfield. I believe in Carson Wentz on the Colts. I really think he could do something there. Now, at the 22nd overall pick, the Tennessee Titans are going to select Greg Newsome, cornerback out of Northwestern. Greg Newsome has been talk recently, saying he's the best corner in this draft. And you're like, whoa, Caleb Farley's still on the board. Why are you selecting this guy? Well, I think Caleb Farley, with those back problems, having to get surgery now, is going to make him slip. Well, obviously, he's not going to slip too far, because in the next pick, Caleb Farley is going to be the pick to the New York Jets. Not falling anymore. Maybe the second best corner in this draft. It's just injury problems. With a corner, you got to be really careful with them. So that's when they pick Caleb Farley to the Jets. And I got Najee Harris going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. This hurt my heart so much to do, but I really see it happening now. They're going to lose James Conner probably. They don't have really anyone in that backfield. So Najee Harris is that perfect Pittsburgh running back for them. He's said that he's talked to Pittsburgh a whole bunch. So I see that coming now. And with the next pick, I got the Jacksonville Jaguars going Dylan Randuns, tackle out of North Dakota State. This is probably a reach here, but you really want to get Trevor Lawrence some offensive line help. Obviously, they just re-signed their 2 tackles. Or they still have Jawan Taylor on the other side. At the same time, you got to get some competition in there to protect Trevor Lawrence. Gardner Minshew never had much protection. So you try to bring guys in, make your team better. You could have gone other ways, but I really think this is the pick for them. Cleveland Browns go Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. How did I get that right? I don't know. But linebackers position a need for Cleveland. I think they can go here and you just stack your team even more. I think Cleveland's going to be a contending team this year now. This is their shot here. This is their year to do it. And you just get a better player for your defense. And this is like one of those players you slip right in and he's going to perform. You know, it's not going to be like a growing player like early first round. And then I got the Baltimore Ravens finally getting a wide receiver in Terrence Marshall, wide receiver out of LSU. He's like top 5 for me in wide receivers. So I think it's a good pickup for them. Speedy guy, downfield threat for Lamar Jackson. Not like they're going to use him for downfield because they don't do that with any other wide receivers. But, you know, we're going to go Terrence Marshall here. And with the 28th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Asante Samuel Jr., my boy from Florida State, the top 5 corner here. They're going to pick the best corner available here. Probably not going to perform well at the start. No corner does. I never see any corners really doing super well at the start of their careers. No Igbenogany. Or, nobody really does well in their first year. Let's just say that. No, Packers here select. Finally get Aaron Rodgers some help. I said this in my way too early mock draft, that they're going to select Rondale Moore, wide receiver out of Purdue. Downhill threat for Aaron Rodgers. Thank God. Get him some help. Let this man go on a Super Bowl run. Now, with the last 3 picks, these teams, they're not going to go super needy. It's probably best player available. So you're going to go with Buffalo Bills with Kwity Paye. Just improves that defensive line to get better and better. The rich only get richer here with the last 3 picks. And then the Chiefs go Tevin Jenkins, tackle from Oklahoma State. They need to improve the offensive line. You go get the best offensive tackle available. And that's it there. 32nd overall pick. The Buccaneers at the final pick in the first round go Jason Owe, defensive end from Penn State. Had one hell of a pro day. Didn't have any sacks last year, but he had plenty of quarterback pressures. At the same time, that's going to make him fall. You're not putting up the sack numbers. There was a point where like some of the mock drafts have him going 18 to Miami. I'm like, I don't like that he wasn't getting to the quarterback. You can have all the athleticism you want, but it's the same with Gregory Rousseau, But they're going to go with him. They're probably going to make him really good. Rich only get richer. That's my motto there for that. But thank you guys so much for watching this mock draft here. It was an absolute pleasure to bring this to you guys. This probably took me like 2 hours to make. I put a lot of hard work and dedication into this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. Gonna have plenty of mock drafts. This is my 1.0 mock draft for the 2021 NFL Draft. Can't wait. About 2 weeks away. Super excited. It's my birthday next week. Last year the birthday was on my draft. Hit 100 subscribers for that. Probably won't hit 200, but that would be so lit if I did. So let's try to get 200 subscribers in the next week. That's probably not happening. With 200 subscribers, about the draft could happen. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys.